Hello and welcome to Talking Film, where we discuss everything film for film fans by film fans. And today I'm here with Braithwaite, Daniel, and I am Nick. And hello. And I'm taking over hosting duties today for the first minute or a half. So you can tell that I'm terrible at it. But you know, uh, yeah, we've got lots to discuss today, don't we, Daniel?
Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I probably give your hosting probably like a 1 or 2, Nick.
Hey, I passed. All right.
No, sorry about that, everybody. YouTube's got some weird error thing. There's
We're
like two
having technical
versions of
difficulty,
that.
so I just had to improvise for a second, and it didn't work. Okay.
Just to correct any problems, we've got 2 events running for some reason. I only have control of one of them, but apparently it's the same live stream, so it looks like there'll probably be 2 versions of the same show up after we're finished talking here. So I'll fix all that up after the show. So, okay, after that unusual start to the show, my name's Daniel.
I'll get better next time.
Well, it's your first time. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to Talking Film. We're talking about the movie news that's happened the past fortnight. And we'll start on the big one that was revealed this morning by Disney and Lucasfilm, that we are having another Indiana Jones movie, the 5th installment of the very adventure franchise. Turning, and Steven Spielberg, I'm pretty sure he's set to come back to direct this one for July 19th, 2019. This was inevitable, since Disney now has the future rights to the Indiana Jones film franchise now. So, Nick, what are your thoughts? Are we excited that there's another one?
To be honest, I actually just found out about this. Well, obviously, because it just only came out today. But like, it's inevitable. But it's kind of surprised they didn't reboot it. I thought they would, considering they rebooted. Well, they didn't reboot, but they moved along with Star Wars. No, actually, maybe now in hindsight, maybe it does make sense, because they moved the story along with Star Wars. So maybe they wanted to move the story along with Indiana Jones in continuity. So they didn't want to dismantle what came before in the canon. They didn't want to just get, the first 4 Indiana movies weren't canon anymore, and we're going to reboot it, and this is your Indiana Jones. And I mean, maybe that would have made more sense for keeping an actor in a contract, or like doing the Marvel model. But for a Star Wars model, it makes perfect sense. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, as for my opinion on it, like whether it's a good idea or not, well, Steven Spielberg has made a lot of great movies. Maybe just a couple. So I think that it's in safe hands, even though that he did kind of botch the 4th indie movie, and a lot of people don't like that. I think that he will do better without George Lucas's influence, which he had in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and he doesn't have on this new one. Well, not that we know of. It's very, very unlikely, knowing Disney. Disney doesn't like George Lucas very much, even though he sold them all his life's work.
I've never seen any of the Indiana Jones films before. Have you, Nick?
I've seen them all.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Have you meant to watch them?
Well, no, they're fantastic, except for the last one. The last one's not awful, but it's just a bit disappointing, really. It just doesn't feel like Indiana Jones movie, even though it kind of does tick all the Indiana Jones movie boxes. It's too much CGI in the last one. There was too much CGI and bad characterization, bad writing, and yeah, it was just a bit disappointing, really. Well, I didn't see that in theaters though. I saw all of the Indiana Jones movies on just Blu-ray DVD, because I didn't watch them until after they'd all come out. So my favorite one, it's a tough one. The first one and the third one are fantastic, but my favorite one I think is the third one because it nails, just like the third Bourne film, or yeah, just like the third Bourne film, it nails the character and the style, or even the fourth Mission Impossible. I feel like there's a certain movie in some franchises that nails what that franchise is, and I think the third Indiana Jones movie is the movie that nails what the franchise is. So, yeah. Hopefully they can make more of an Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with this Indiana Jones 5.
But they do have to follow up on it though.
Yeah.
I don't know how the one ends, but I'm assuming we still have what's his name, Shia LaBeouf, still in the franchise. I'm assuming.
No, actually, I don't think he's cast yet. I think he's just. I think he's not going to be in it. To be honest, that's what I think.
For some reason, when I hear about Indiana Jones 4, I hear about either The Fridge, Aliens, or Shia LaBeouf. And Shia LaBeouf isn't that bad of an actor. I've seen some really good movies with him in it.
No, he's not. He's not that bad of an actor. People make fun of him because he's just a weird person in real life.
Okay. But
People do that.
I don't know. Apparently, maybe I liked his character in that movie, but I always hear things about Shia LaBeouf. But
he was a bit of a whiny character. He's kind of like his Transformers character in that movie. Yeah.
He's the best thing about Transformers.
Okay, well maybe you like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, all I can say is just basically from a business perspective, this was going to happen. Disney has the franchise rights to Indiana Jones. I knew there was just some history. There was conflict with Paramount Pictures over the first 4 Indiana Jones films. Paramount will always have the rights. The first 4 movies, Disney will own whatever 5th one to onwards now. So there was always going to be guaranteed. Although I was probably thinking they were going to do a reboot since this is sort of, I guess, Disney's first take on this franchise. I was expecting them to reboot it with maybe Chris Pratt as the new Indiana Jones.
Well, we could agree. Here's my theory. I think this is the last Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford in it. And I think that they're going to take over. Someone's going to take over from him as new Indiana Jones. But who knows who that might be.
But the thing's about doing this now, because it's going to be about 11 years after the last one. I feel like if anything now, rebooting it is the best decision now to start off with a new company.
Well, it's too late. They've already announced it like this. It's too late. It's too late. Well, no, you're right, but they didn't do that. Obviously, they must have some kind of master plan. I don't know. Harrison Ford likes playing Indiana Jones too, unlike Han Solo. So I feel like he probably wanted to be a part of this, just as again, even though I can't imagine 75-year-old, 76-year-old Harrison Ford running away from boulders and jumping from trees. I don't know. He must. I imagine he's. I hope he's. Well, Shia LaBeouf has to come back, doesn't he? Unless he has a secret second son. Anyway. Yeah. Well, if
I thought of an idea.
Yeah. Well, if he passes it on to someone, you'd think it'd have to be his son. Since Shia LaBeouf plays his son, I don't know. And then, I don't know. Just thinking it's not making sense.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
The 5th one will be called Jones in Black, and it's going to be a time travel movie to go back to his younger self, and then his younger self goes into wherever they're set now.
Yeah. Maybe not with that name, but that's actually that could happen.
We've gone from aliens now. You might as well do time travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, these archaeological artifacts have a lot of amazing powers. Anyway, we spent 10 minutes talking about that. So,
Okay, next one. Spider-Man
yeah.
was revealed in
Oh,
Captain America Civil War trailer. I was going to. I wish I wasn't talking for that, so that the camera was focusing on that. Yeah, I was going to put this with the other trailers, but we might as well talk about it, and we can also talk about the casting announcement for the Spider-Man reboot as well. So we can hit two birds with one stone with this one. So yes, you saw the trailer, Nick. I did not. I only saw images of Spider-Man.
I don't advise the trailer, by the way. It's great, but it gives away too much. If you really want to go in empty, don't watch the trailer. But I had to see it because, you know, everybody was like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that, Spider-Man this, it's an amazing trailer by Spider-Man. So I had to watch it, of course, because I have no willpower at all to prevent myself. So I had to watch this trailer, and at the end, there's a little weirdo in a red suit. He swings web, and his name is Spider-Man. And I think that... So in the trailer, it's basically all CG, Spider-Man, and there's a lot of people complaining that in the trailer, they only showed him in CG. They didn't really show Tom Holland or, you know, anything that he can do, because I'm pretty sure that stunt wasn't done by Tom Holland, unless it's like Jurassic World where they made the gate CGI and then they actually do it for real, because it's all CGI, and people, and there's one line that Tom Holland gives. Sounds like a 12-year-old, but I guess they were going for that.
Wait, we got a 12-year-old playing Spider-Man now?
I think it'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see how they fit him in, and I hope that he doesn't interrupt the story too much, because it feels like they have such a good thing going with just who they've got without Spider-Man. But we'll see how they work him in. Yes, but we know what team he's on now, at least.
Depending on what the movie, depending on when the movie comes out, I've been hearing that Spider-Man has not a large role in the movie. And I'm hoping that that's not the only thing he's in the movie for that we've seen in the trailers. Of course, there's probably more, but you know, but how much? 2 minutes, 3 minutes? How small are we talking here? I don't know until we see the movie, that is. But I've heard that Spider-Man doesn't have that big of a role.
He swings in, he swings back out, and then it's over.
Swings in. I'm in the Marvel universe. Swings out.
Yeah, some Deadpool fourth wall breaking stuff. It's like swings in.
Oh, that's...
I finally made it. Yeah. Starts cheering.
Oh, the trailer's just a post-credits scene.
Yeah. Imagine. I hope they use him. What are they going to use? What are Marvel going to use him for? Because they don't get profit from the individual Spider-Man movies, so they're going to use him somewhat. And also, like the next movie, they can really use him in, unless they use him in every Marvel movie from now on. Can you imagine? He's in Doctor Strange, featuring Spider-Man, and Black Panther, featuring Spider-Man. He even swings by in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2. You know, can you just? I don't know. Yeah. What if he saves the day in Thor Ragnarok? I can imagine that. Saves the day. Yeah. You want to use him? They made a lot. Well, they didn't just spend anything on that deal, did they? They just signed the deal. Yeah. That's over a year ago they made that deal. I can't believe it. It was like yesterday.
Thoughts about the casting announcement for the Sony's reboot Spider-Man movie?
Oh, I read this. Can you just remind me who?
Child star named I think it's Zendaya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cast character.
Okay.
But from what I've heard from sources, it's a large role, but we don't know what character she's playing at the moment.
It's obviously Mary Jane Stacy.
Our original, just combine the two. I feel like it could be either two possible things for them to do. It could be one. It could be who's the What was the one that was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but because that film got the third one got cancelled.
Shailene Woodley was going to be Mary Jane.
No, not Mary Jane. Someone named Felicia or something. I can't remember what character.
Oh yeah, no, she was going to be the. She was going to be. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, she's in a cameo role in Spider-Man 2.
She was going to be, what was it, Spider Woman or who?
I can't remember. Something cat something. I think.
Keep talking for a second. I'll get back to you.
Catwoman. I don't know. I can't. But it could be that. Since they were sort of introducing it in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but never fully, realized that, and expanded on that for the next one, but of course it got cancelled. Or it could be a new love interest, but because we've just, Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy fatigue, let's just bring out a new original love interest into the mix.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm thinking it's going to be some original love interest, but fans aren't going to be happy if that's the case.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't want another Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane for at least a while now. After
fans, comic book fans like things to be exactly how they are in the comics, no matter how many reboots it's been.
Have you figured it out yet?
Black Cat.
That's the one. Yeah, she could be that.
It's basically Catwoman, but Marvel's version, because
the Spider-Man version.
It's not Catwoman, it's Woman Cat.
Okay, moving on. We have the Ghostbusters trailer, and there's been some pretty mixed response to that trailer.
I watched this trailer. Yes, I did.
Good. The reason why I didn't put it with the other trailers is because there was also another side thing about an animated Ghostbusters movie. So let's just bring them two together and just call it Ghostbusters.
Yeah, okay. You want to go first or me?
You can go first. What are your thoughts on it?
All right. You drag a hard bargain. I'm going to go first. Okay. So the Ghostbusters trailer, it was fine. Like, it just looked like Bridesmaids with ghosts.
That's a great description on it.
That's pretty much what it's going to be. It's going to be a fun comedy set in the world of Ghostbusters with women. That's what it's going to be. It's a silly, stupid idea, but it might actually work. I
thought it was like a stupid idea, but I'm not against the whole cast is now female. I'm not against that. I was actually quite happy about that because it changes up what we've had already with the Ghostbusters franchise.
Just to sidetrack for a second, I'm still on a similar topic, but with all this Hollywood recasting of things with female actresses, right? It's just it's fine, and I don't have anything against it. I think there's a better solution to solving equality issues in Hollywood blockbusters, and I think that's by creating new franchises with women in the lead role instead of just appropriating older franchises. So, like Ocean's 11 is another example that apparently they're working on, and I just feel like why I hope they don't call it Ocean's 11, or I hope they don't call it anything similar to that, because they can do a great heist franchise movie with women in the front without it standing on the toes of a male-dominated franchise. For it, same with Ghostbusters. The same thing happens with Ghostbusters, and I feel like they're obviously going to want to start this Ghostbusters franchise. Come on, it's Sony, they will. And I think that they could have done something very similar, not exactly the same. They would Ghostbusters, but with women. But it won't be called Ghostbusters. It'll be called something different. It'll be a new franchise. And then it'll be like, this is another classic. See, I feel like sometimes I go to the movies and I see all these trailers and whatever, and it's like, am I still in the 80s? Am I still in the 90s? Why are they making all of these remakes of old movies that people love? The Jungle Book. What's going on here? I mean, it's just everything. Now there's going to be another Indiana Jones. They just can't abandon old franchises. Some of the remakes and stuff are good. some of them aren't. But I just feel like, what are today's kids going to look back on and go, oh, that franchise was a key touchstone of my youth, you know? What we had Harry Potter. What's
Hey, that's still going in some fashion.
Marvel? Yeah, I know, they still haven't let go of that. It's 80s, 90s, noughties. They're going to start bringing back 70s series soon. Going to go stretch back into Stanley Kubrick stuff. And we're going to get The Shining too.
Now you're just giving Hollywood ideas, Nick.
I am. Or just The Shining reboot. Well, actually, that's an idea.
We're on back. We're on back to Ghostbusters trailer. The trailer just didn't seem that fun. It seems like just tired gags. The ending of the trailer reminded me of Pixels in not a good way. It was like, I remember Pixels, the end of that trailer had this cringe-worthy scene, and it was not funny at all. Exactly what Ghostbusters had. It's another Sony movie, so it's Sony's marketing department. And yeah, I hate the last scene. It was stupid, and you could have just saved it for the movie. It didn't really need to be at least in the first trailer, an introduction trailer to what you're trying to sell us, this world of Ghostbusters. And but like, I like the cast. It's just I don't think they're giving them enough material from what I've seen in the trailer. And I'm hoping that's not the case, because there were some good lines, like the smallest thing. I loved Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig's battle for leadership, on saying just like this, just simple "let's go," and just it's like, oh yeah, I thought you can start that. Okay. I laughed at that, but some of the stuff just isn't funny.
Well, yeah, modern American comedies can be really hit or miss lately. So
I'm hoping to be good though. Paul,
always have to be good.
He has not let me down, at least with Melissa McCarthy comedies, and it's another one with them two, the dynamic duo I call them. So I'm still hoping for optimism that this was just a bad trailer and the good stuff is still in the movie. I'm hoping, I'm praying.
Okay. Right. I think the animated movie. Let's talk about that now.
Oh yeah, animated Ghostbusters movie. What is Sony doing? They got Spider-Man, and now we got Ghostbusters. Why do we need a live action and an animated film around the same time of each other?
I'm just imagining them as 2D animated movies, and I'm all in for that.
I think they're CGI.
Like same with Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, they're doing too, aren't they? Is that them or Warner Brothers?
That's Warner Brothers. So we don't know.
Okay. I'm hoping that all these kind of franchise-based animated movies,
I think it's CGI.
2D. Like original 2D animation, they bring it back. Bring it back! I swear, I'm on the whole 2D animation will be popular again someday kind of bandwagon. It will be popular again. As soon as people get tired of all this CGI, it will be new, it will be different, it will feel original, and people will be like, oh my gosh, it's just like my mum used to talk about, just like my dad used to talk about. Let's go watch an animated movie. Like classic and everything. The Lion King 4.
The Lion King 4?
I don't know, but I just feel a bit sad. I was actually reading a lot about Disney animation lately because of Zootopia and a lot of articles on the internet, and it's just I think that we're long overdue for a 2D animated movie. It's what, Winnie the Pooh was the last one? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'd say SpongeBob.
Oh, okay, SpongeBob, yeah.
Or When Marnie Was There from Studio Ghibli was probably the last one I watched.
Okay, yeah, but that doesn't really count because it's not American. I'm talking about American animated movie.
The last one, but that was more of a hybrid. But I think it was mainly cartoon though, traditional. The last half was live action CGI.
Yeah, but a full animated movie. The last one was Winnie the Pooh. Full hand-drawn animated movie. And I feel like, come on, Disney or Pixar needs to.
No, Disney. I don't want Pixar. Pixar's known for CGI. Keep Pixar CGI.
Pixar, you can be creative and do something different. I think. Even if they mix it with CGI, if they do some creative style that only Pixar could think of. Anyway, that's just a
I feel like I think Ghostbusters is CGI just because it's with Sony Pictures Animation and they've done CGI works, not just animated. So
just like Snoopy was. Like I'm just why these
Snoopy was
should
a
be.
hybrid of both. Snoopy actually looked like traditional animation with like CGI backdrops and stuff. It was like a cool blend mixture of the two. And that was Blue Sky.
Oh, okay, Blue Sky doing something different.
Cool
Okay, so Pixar Blue Sky got there first. So sorry.
That's the only time I like congratulate Blue Sky. They've done something really creative for once.
Yeah, Ice Age 5 coming soon. Actually, it's coming soon.
We're gonna quickly go through some of these other ones. Big Hero 6 is sort of getting a sequel in a television show.
I'm so disappointed by this news. I wanted a movie sequel.
We might still be getting that. From what I've heard, the CEO has talked about plans for a sequel. So this could just be like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's getting a sequel, and they've got a cartoon show as well.
It's going to be the new Incredibles. It's going to be we all want this sequel for this movie. I mean, even I wanted more than an Incredibles sequel. But anyway, we're getting an Incredibles sequel.
Why have we not? You gave me a great idea that Disney's probably never thought of. Why have we not got an Incredibles animated series from the first one to when the second one's eventually going to come out? Why haven't we got that yet?
That would actually work because of the long time between them. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
And they're original as well, original characters. You can do whatever you want with them.
Remember what happened with How to Train Your Dragon? And How to Train Your Dragon 2's box office suffered, we think, because it had an animated series, so people hadn't missed the character. So so it's a little bit concerning that they're going this route, because I don't think that it is beneficial to their movie. I don't know. I feel like some movies should stay movies, and some shouldn't go to the realm of TV. And I don't know.
Yeah. Panda's another one. I think it's like the third one's still behind the second movie in America, and it could be because there's a TV series for that active at the moment. So, I think as long as your movie's still active, the property TV show in between may not be a good idea. See, it's Tangled because Tangled's never getting a sequel. The ending of that movie, you'll never get a sequel towards that movie. But like I guess like something like Big Hero 6, where you can actually do a sequel to. Then it's sort of questioning them why they're doing a television show with it.
You can do a sequel to any movie. They just have to be creative and do something.
But then soon we might get
the main character.
Just to let you know, Big Hero 6, the series is Disney XD, and 2017 is when they're sort of coming out. Although, expect maybe Frozen, the series, maybe the way things are going.
Yeah, that's a good chance. But I think Frozen 2 is going to ramp up soon and fast while the iron's hot. So,
yeah. And before we leave, let's quickly talk about some of the trailers that came out this past 2 weeks. We've got Finding Dory, we've got Sausage Party, and we got I'm not going to be able to pronounce this whatsoever. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to say that.
I've never heard of that last movie in my life. I haven't heard that movie.
Oh,
okay. Right. I probably shouldn't see it.
It's actually really good. Watch it. It's actually a really good trailer, actually. I'm really excited for that one now.
The only one I saw of those is Finding Dory.
Finding Dory.
I know the Sausage Party one came out. I saw that come out, but I didn't see it. Let's talk about Finding Dory first. Finding Dory trailer.
It looks decent.
It looks okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
Pixar trailers aren't that good normally, are they? You think about it?
They can be.
They can be, but normally they're not. Like, think of the last few movies. Braves trailer was awful. Inside Out
was actually good. Inside Out was probably the better one.
No, Inside Out. Yeah, but Inside Out's trailer, sometimes a movie can have a really ordinary trailer and become a fantastic movie. And I think, actually, a really good example of that is Guardians of the Galaxy's second trailer, or international trailer, which I thought was pretty ordinary. A bit concerning anyway. And then, so what else? I said Brave. I'm stretching my memory back too far beyond that. Cars 2 had an ordinary trailer. That turned out to be a fantastic movie, however. And yeah, so we'll see. Finding Dory, it's got a good team behind it, but then so did Cars 2. And we'll see how it goes. As far as franchises that Pixar's going to ruin, Finding Nemo is probably one I'm least worried about. If they ruin Incredibles, if they ruin Toy Story, I'm going to go to Emeryville and I'm going to punch John Lasseter in the face.
I don't have to resort to violence, Nick.
No, I didn't mean violence. I meant punch him in the metaphorical face.
Punch Meta.
Anyway,
Meta's running Pixar.
I think it was a fine trailer. It doesn't necessarily mean the movie's going to be great or bad or fine or whatever.
I am slightly worried. The ending of the trailer, I didn't even like particularly the ending because it reminded me too much of Finding Nemo. Haven't we had this whole aquarium thing before? It was a bit too similar. But like the start of it looked pretty cool. I like the shots of the stingrays and stuff like that. That was really cool to watch. And there's a few glimpses of Dory when she was, I'm assuming when she was little, with her parents. Before I'm assuming she gets lost. So it feels like it's got some good things in it. I mean, it's got
a story. It's definitely got a potential. It's got potential. It's not like they're just pulling this story out of the hat and being like, yeah, let's continue where we left off. No, they actually they found a loose end that hasn't been tied off at the end of Finding Nemo, so they're making a story out of it. Sequel. Anyway, yeah. What did you think of the other two trailers? Because I didn't see
the other two trailers. Well, the one I can't pronounce, the Miss Something Children, Home for Imaginary Friends movie. That one is actually really good. I was surprised because I haven't heard anything about it except for that Asia Butterfield was in it. He was cast, and that Tim Burton was directing it. I don't really like Tim Burton that much as a director. Edward Scissorhands is probably one of the better ones that I've seen that I actually really like. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has not aged well whatsoever. And Dark Shadows and Alice in Wonderland, forget about those movies because they were just horrible. But this one, it's got some potential. It gives me vibes like this is like X-Men but with children. Like they've got their own sort of powers that they can control. Like one controls the air, which was like an awesome opening shot in the trailer, and then so one of the kids can like
Sky High spot.
Hey,
it's like Sky High.
Yeah, it's like Sky High meets X-Men. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah,
I've done it before.
It's also got
hopefully it's an interesting
Evergreen.
Hopefully it's
from 3 2.
Hopefully
So
it's like Kingsman is Cody Banks. I don't know.
You should watch it, and you can see the trailer. It's got some potential. This one, that's for sure. And Sausage Party.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm optimistic about it because it's an adult animated movie, but not quite sure. I don't know. It's very confronting on what they have decided to do with some of the food. It's funny to see the reactions.
Oh yeah,
reactions eaten, but the second half of the trailer wasn't as funny, and I'm not quite sure where it's going. But to me, it looks like what Food Fight should have been. If you've never heard of Food Fight, it's really not so good animated movie that came out like a couple of years ago after like 10 years of development hell. It looks like a better version of Food Fight, so I'm hoping it's good. But I've just noticed something from the Sausage Party trailer. How many trailers recently do the whole names thing now? I see it's become a trend now with movie trailers. They have at the end of the trailer they have to showcase all of these stars they've got in this movie.
I haven't noticed.
I've noticed. I didn't notice until Slush Party and realized that's right. Jungle Book has one. What else? There's a couple other ones I just can't think of at the moment. But it seems like it's a trend now for movies trailers to have now. It's to showcase all these things. Look at all these stars I've got.
Maybe there's a new law or code of conduct or something that's come through. No, we wouldn't know. Surely we'd know about it if it was. Anyway. Yeah. So.
Oh, I better pick a movie thing. Just to give people clarify. Every 2 weeks, we do Talking Film now. I'm going to pick a movie that I have to review that you can request on our Facebook page. I'll put the status up usually around the 25th of a particular month, and you can put it into the hat. I didn't put the second lot in the hat just because I haven't had time so apologies for that. So I only got 4 movies that I originally had in there, but I will put the other ones in the hat along with the new request ones, so I have a big stack of movies to pick from and review in the next 2 weeks. So sorry about that. Oh yeah, I should probably do all this stuff. Okay, good. Okay, the first movie I'm going to review is the Chronicles of Narnia: Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh,
there, done.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one.
I haven't watched it for ages.
Yeah, neither. Wow.
I mean, maybe I want to watch it again.
If I could, I would join in on this, but unfortunately, my access to the resources is kind of limited. So, I would join in on this maybe next year, which is quite a while away.
Yeah. Yeah. So expect that review in the next 2 weeks, the end of the month. Okay. So that's it. So. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Talking Film. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Not sure if it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll clarify on the Facebook page. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you want to like our Facebook page, go to facebook.com/everythingfilm. And our website is everythingfilmreviews.wordpress.com. I'm sort of tinkering with that website at the moment. So it's a bit of work in progress at the moment. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, bye.
Next time, thanks for watching. Bye.